I had to fucking update goddamn Streamlabs. So when I started it was like 3 hours later. So annoying. Who's we got? Live chat. So I'm having, I don't know what is going on with YouTube. Well, I know exactly what's going on with YouTube. Having so much difficulty finding videos. Sup, Joe. Sup. I'm having such a hard time finding videos that don't have other people in the bottom. Ruining it. It's really frustrating me. It's really annoying, man. Like, oh my god. Let me fix this. Hang on. Yeah, it's really difficult for me to find videos that don't have irritating people in them. Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, it's getting really frustrating, and a lot of the older clips that I used to watch can't find anymore. Don't know what this scary bitch right here's doing, but she's freaking me the fuck out. You're fucking freaking me out, man. There is one video that I did manage to find it that I'm probably going to have to like hide for. So I digged into this. I did some digging. I did a digging. I did lots of digging. I think we're going to have to split this all ways. Because there are so many different legends. She is one. This one here. And they're fucking terrifying. Some of them are like, what the fuck? And some of them like, holy shit. But again, they're all like an hour and a half, 2 hours long. I've managed to find quite a few shorter videos, and this, see this thing that's doing its thing. You can't see my mouse cursor to do it. There, this thing. I am almost you know, this is where, do you know, like how yesterday in my live we were talking about how sometimes reality breaches over into your dreams and you're not entirely sure what the fuck you watched, whether it happened or not. So now I scrolled past that. Let me bring the video up.
There is a chance to get rich.
I scrolled past this. Do you see that hotel? Do you see that right there? That triggered something in my brain. I'm not sure whether it was a movie or if it was in a movie or if it was like a YouTube short movie, but that's freaking me the fuck out because I remember this from somewhere. And it was like two girls and they go up to the top floor. Bear in mind they're not finished built. They're not. It was something to do with the hotels were being built and they were stopped in the process of construction. So the higher you got, the less that was complete, and there was more like obviously you're supporting your steels, your wires and your fucking rods and shit for all that. But it had been stopped being built and there was two girls, I think it was two girls, and I want to say one of them yeeted themselves off of one of these floors and it's turned into like urban legend. But I'm not sure whether that was me dreaming that shit or whether it is actually a thing that I've watched years ago and it's just stuck with me, and that image of that fucking hotel's triggered it. I don't know, but it's freaking me the fuck out because now I'm like, did I dream that shit? Or did that shit happen? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna click this so we can watch some of this shit. So these are all in Asian countries. Any video that I've clicked is based somewhere in Asia, mainly Malaysia and Singapore. There is a Japan one in there too somewhere. It's a prison. I couldn't get Old Changi Prison Yscapes. There's nothing. There's no footage. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. There are stories. There are people's accounts written, like they've went to the visitor centre and stuff. But there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. No footage. I'm assuming that's because it's still commissioned, isn't it? But there's nothing other than people that have went to the visitor centre stories, which sucks. See if something gets up off of that fucking chair, I swear to fucking God, fuck off. Holy shit. Fucking fuck. Fuck off. No, what the fuck is that in the corner? Oh, a carry! I knew that was going to happen. I can't, like, I've got like you can't scare me, right? It doesn't matter what you do, you can't scare me. If you manage to scare me, you're more likely to get like a right hook to the chops, right? That's why people don't scare me, because I hit first and then think later. But see, with things like that, I got up this morning and it was quite dull outside. When it's quite dull outside and you shut my curtains, it's like really dark. It's not really dark, but it's really dark. When I got up this morning, do you know, like, you get your intrusive thoughts and you're like, damn, it's somebody standing in that corner. When I stand up, I'm going to freak out. So of course when I got up, I was like canary things in the corner. Like, there is one in here of some that slit mouth woman, which is it's a myth, urban legend, based in Singapore. I think it's Singapore. I think it's maybe all of Asia, but it's mainly Singapore. And they're urban legends, and it's slit mouth women. And there is one video in here where something's hanging around a fucking door frame with a slit mouth, and I'm like, right, okay, now that's too far. If that's a prank, you're a dick. Can't even things in the corner. Stop it. No, we can see it. You don't need to show us again. We can fucking see it. Oh, I don't like it. It's actually got a shadow. Oh, piss fucking off. No. Nuh-uh. Me out of there. See you later. I'm moving. No, I would call a priest, man. That looks like crazy. Tunnels are always scary. Bro, what you seeing, man? Don't jump scare me. Oh, I remember this! This was proven to be like one of the most authentic apparitions caught on camera. They could not debunk it. It was sent to so many different people to debunk, to run through their computer programs to see if they could figure out how it was made, and it was one of the ones that was put on that list of 100% believed authentic. Bruh, it's see-through. Things like this make me think this is a setup. And another thing, right? Why is there a camera in the locker room? Oh, I don't know, like, I don't know why it appears to have such a huge head, but the way that fades out's quite... The only thing that's making me think that this is 100% fake is, do you see this here? Do you see that round there and up here where there's a bar? That wouldn't happen. You wouldn't have that. If something was to materialise behind that, there wouldn't be an outline of this bar in it. The way it fades out is quite good though. I'm going to dub that as fake. That's fake as fuck. Just because of this. Jesus Christ. She's like, what the fuck? Do with that what you will. Oh, I remember this. Oh, these are old ones. Somebody's nicely put together a compilation of some of their OG. Just watch. This is fucked up. Again, this was another one that was debunked as being fake. Just absolutely blows my mind, this one. Motherfucker. Somebody left their granny in the elevator, but I think that's... Oh, what did I just click on? That's not what I meant to do. Stop it! Somebody went to come and collect their granny. I have got such bad numbness tonight, like it's actually up here in my nose. It's so bad after all that fucking shit earlier. I put some ibuprofen gel on it, but it's so numb. It's not even numb, it's burning, it's on fire. Yeah, somebody come and collect their granny. You left your nana in the elevator, man. Right, I chucked that one in there. Right, here's a ghost caught in India. Right, so apparently this ghost jumped in the pond. Do you know what, it's got a fucking death march. I've not seen this one ever, so I don't know what shit this is gonna... Why would you do that? Why would you... I'm not seeing what. Very good, very good. Well, that's fake right off the bat. Did you all see that? Would you like me to rewind it? I think we missed it already. I don't. See, now I'm fucking there it is there. That's the head. If that was that kid, right? And it's just they've just edited the kid so that he's translucent and really faint. You see all these ripples? See, this is why we're different from everybody else, because we don't just watch them and go the next week. See all these ripples around these boys? They would be disturbed. Right, there he goes. He's jumped in. If that was actually a fake video, there would be at some point on here where that gets disturbed with his ripple. I mean, you can't really see it because YouTube chooses almost 30 seconds before the end of the video to pop this shit up, you know. So we can't actually see what I'm trying to say on the video, but there's no disruption in these. There's no like new splash marks. Which is really rather strange. Okay.
Number 3. Our next video was submitted by a Reddit user called Ezianow. They said that there has been a rumor of a ghost sightings in Riverside College that is located in Bacolod City, Philippines. The video starts...
Before Filipino ghosts are some of the most terrifying motherfucking ghosts on the planet, right? They are fucking... They have no qualms about gutting you whilst you walk down the street. They are terrifying, right? They are fucking terrifying.
As though the person recording it was just checking and organizing things around the building.
Like, you know, like Casper the Friendly Fucking Ghost? Well, these ghosts are like the uncles, but only scarier. What are you doing? Why are you opening doors? We didn't see. Why are you running away? Oh, please don't be something people in the door. I'll cry. I will cry. I will cry.
Hey, enggak tak ada duit aku. Tak habis. Mengganggu hidup aku.
Oh, he's scared.
Pergi mampus kau punya ni. Pergi mampus kau yang takut. Hah? Pergi mampus. Mana?
Have you seen like these things that are put up in parks in other countries and they're swinging on their own? The chairs, man, the chairs freak me the fuck out. Like, I get that it's easy to make a chair move, especially a wee cheap plastic chair like that, but you can never trust a fucking chair. You can never trust a chair. I mean, if everything in your house is heavy, chairs are not. I mean, it serves to the authenticity of the fact that there's police just standing there like, what the fuck?
So I have a hot take, eh?
Could you have a hot take, mate? This was weird. I'm not entirely sure about this one. So this is Jen. This is what got me banned on TikTok. Yeah. The only thing that I will say is that footage there, I don't know if anybody noticed it, but see after the chair, after he provoked, he got mad. Now provoking doesn't just necessarily mean going in there and taunting. Provoking can be if you get angry, they will zap that energy, they will take that. That angry energy is a source of energy, it's like being scared. But when he panned that camera around and then panned it back around, did you notice the interference in the camera? The interference in the camera, like almost like if you try to record a computer screen. So weird. I don't know what this is. A squirrel. Has he got a squirrel up his... Strangest thing ever. This is 9-year-old. This video was posted 9 years ago. I'm assuming, given the fact that there's a prayer mat under only his feet, that this is being done solely for whatever is happening to this kid. Man, boy, I don't even know. Oh wait, no, there's a prayer mat under his feet too. Why is nobody moving? Nobody's doing anything. It makes you wonder if that's a common occurrence, or if it's like nobody was even like, that happened in a church here, we'd be like, what the fuck? Cup of tea tastes like shit. This one was weird. These guys don't even seem to notice. Here there's a dog. A cat. What, the prayer one, that was India. It was in Indian, it was India. That looks like Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines maybe, I don't know. There's nothing in there. There was nothing in the information. No, the one in the mosque was India. Right, let's have a look at this compilation. I don't know what's in here. I can't remember if this is the one with the creepy corner ghost.
Astaghfirullah al-Azim. Astaghfirullah al-Azim.
What there?
Astaghfirullah al-Azim, Ya Allah.
Oh, this one. No, this one's Malaysia.
Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah.
Is this the one that we watched on TikTok that got me banned?
Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. أينما تكونوا يأتي بكم الله جميعا تهون.
This looks like the one. Fuck off.
الله أكبر. الله أكبر. نعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. نعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Isn't it? Very similar.
ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم.
No.
الله أكبر.
No. No, 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 no. I'll be in none of that. Oh, hell no. You guys watch and tell me what happens, okay? I can't hear. Guys, I don't think he's playing. I don't think he's playing. No! No! No!
حسبي الله الله أكبر. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل.
Yeah, you're right. Go down there. Keep going. You just ran into the other room. Fuck that shit. No, I can't. I honestly can't. I honestly can't. I just can't see me things looking around corners. I can't. Like, I would need to have a crowbar. or my bow and arrow. I do not care if that is real or fake. Shit like that It's terrifying.
قال فقد أربعة
Why is he still there?
إليك ثم اجعل على كل جبل منهن جزءا ثم ادعهن يأتينك سعيا واعلم أن الله عزيز حكيم.
It's like not being able to look somebody in the eye because there's somebody at that peephole. Get the bear spray, get the bear spray, dude. You need bear spray. I can't. You need bear spray. You need bear spray. But you need fire. You need fire! Seriously though. Why is he there? Why is he still there? Why would you still be there? Leave! Go. I'm gonna have to watch some fucking Coco Melon or some shit after this. Shut up, Livescapes. He's got a torch. Why does he have his torch on? That thing's walking towards him, by the way. Whatever the fuck that is. Right, honestly, right. If you were going to fake something like that, you would scare yourself in the process of making videos like this. I do not, like, I get like the ones where like we went out for the evening and there's shit flying out the kitchen cupboards and stuff. But if you were genuinely making one of these for views in an abandoned building at night with your mate, with yourself and your mate, you would genuinely put the fear of God in yourself, wouldn't you? You would terrify yourself to the point that you would start tripping. You would though, wouldn't you? You would your brain would start seeing shit, especially considering he is actually turning his torch off. I don't think this is fake. I don't think these are fake. I don't think these guys. I don't think these guys have the. Do you know, like, I am pausing it and starting it and stopping it and starting it because I can't do all that in one sitting. I don't think that, given how religious the people are in countries like this and how big myth and legend and folklore plays into their cultures, I don't think these are fake. I do not think it's fake, because in honest, it's like when I watch somebody that's faked a video of, you know, like Ghostbox or something over here, and I'm like, it's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful to the people that are genuinely trying to discover if there is a way to contact people who've passed over. This, to me, this kind of thing, these kind of videos, if they're done fake, it is such an insult to their culture. I don't think these are fake. I really don't. He genuinely sounds like he's ready to part with the contents of his guts. I don't know why it's not playing, because I'm not on the right bit.
الله أكبر سبحان الله الله أكبر الله أكبر سبحان
I don't think these are fake.
لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر سبحان الله سبحان الله
Is he running away from it or running towards it?
Sekarang kau di sini perlihatkan diri kau. Perlihatkan diri kau. Oh subhanallah. 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 Allahu akbar. Allahu akbar. Allahu akbar. Allahu akbar. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar! Subhanallah! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Na'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullahalazim. Allahu Akbar!
He's running towards it, isn't he? He's chasing it. He's chasing that, isn't he? There's another thing. This is a really long video. If you watched his eyes when he turned that camera on himself. At some point as well, if you were involved in this and you were the person that was doing the scaring, you'd scare yourself too. Not only would you scare yourself too, but you're about to fucking laugh. It's some of the... Alright, come on dudes, that's fucking hanging outside a bloody window. There's nothing under that. There's no fucking under that. Holy shit, he shits himself there, yeah, absolutely fucking shits himself. Let's slow that down, I want to see that slowed down. Can we slow it down even more? Look at the mouth! Look at the mouth! Did you see the mouth on that? Holy shit! You see the fucking mouth on that? Oh, wait a minute, no.
Subhanallah!
watching these cutscenes, right? There's no cutting these videos. He's ran from there, from the room. It's maybe, you got these 2 windows, so there'll be another 2 windows there, I would think. He was in one of these rooms. He's ran round there, turned around, and it's behind him. From a stairwell. And it's moving when he's zooming in. It's not staying still. To time that and to film that and be really elaborate in your filming and making a video like this, it takes a lot of fucking direction. There would be mistakes, there would be, oh, I don't know, like, and he's going to run back to where it is, right? Now it's making noise. Hell to the fucking no. Give me a minute, because I don't like noises. Right, so that's the end of that video. What the fuck was that? That like a banshee. The noise it made at the end. He was running towards it. He was chasing it. He was actually physically chasing it. And it was always behind him. Yeah, it was definitely a plane, but that's what I mean about some of these videos that we make. We couldn't pull that shit off. And we have all the technology available to us. I don't even know what he's recording on, whether it's a phone. I'm guessing by the zoom that it's a camera like mine with a zoom that's a dial on the top. It was like its mouth was always open. It's another thing for if it was a setup and it was directed and it was made for specifically views and to terrify people. Amateur filmmakers make errors, right? At some point the person doing the scaring would have slipped up with that mouth. That mouth was always open. It's again like what I said, in their culture, jinn and all the folklore and legend is 100% believed. It's not like us where we're like, oh, there's a legend that there are baby cries if you park on this road, like down at mine. And people that you tell are like, haha, you okay then? And we're like, no, we're not joking. And they're like, seriously, there is. In Asian culture, it's so believed in. It's so believed in. It's like ingrained. You're brought up with the stories. I can't see somebody taking the piss out of that. Because essentially that's what they're doing. That's what, like I've said, people that make haunting videos that kinda are a middle finger to genuine paranormal people that want to debunk and prove. I can't see that being fake. I really can't. I can't understand why. It's literally right there. He was around the room. There was no way back for that past him. There was no cut in that video, and there were stairs up and down. Yet it's got behind him and further away from him in the time it's taken for him to run out that room around the corner. I don't believe that's fake. I really don't. I do not believe that they would be that disrespectful to their own. And it was she was dressed in black as well at some points, and in other points you couldn't see her arms. And then like after the like walked past that doorway, it had black full body length robes on, but when he chased it and it appeared behind him, you could see its arm. It had a longer sleeved shirt on, but you could see the arm. So it wasn't. Yeah, I'm gonna take a limb out here and say that I actually genuinely believe that's 100% genuine footage. I do not think that's fake. It's like we always say ghosts always appear in like Victorian clothing. Well, no they don't. Dude, I just fucking disappeared, man. It's fucking disappearing. Really shitty camera work as well, which
Kenapa kalian menangis kembali? Tunjukkan eksistensi diri kalian. Berinteraksi denganku. Nah. Assalamualaikum. Sambung jangan kutipkan.
why am I getting two audios? Are they slowing it down? Now that audio is a secondary audio on top of the original audio. Let me refresh this video. What time is it now?
Kalian menangis kembali. Tunjukkan eksistensi diri kalian. Berinteraksi denganku. Nah. Assalamualaikum. Sambung jangan kutipkan. Dia panggil aku. Dia panggil aku. Siapa kau? Assalamualaikum. Macam bisa buat siapa tu? Saya gelak puisi.
Wahai penghuni yang berada di sini,
Ayah,
janganlah kau bermain seperti budak-budak. Mari
Siti Zahra. Kuat pun. Siti Zahra. Lagi.
It's moving and it's just.
Mana kalian? Tunjukkan sosok kalian.
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if it's either a video that somebody's taken from somebody else's video, like maybe they're explaining what's happening, voiceover, or there's a phone call being made or a two-way radio. Yeah. Yeah, it's a radio, you're right. It's just made a noise. But it doesn't sound like that audio belongs to this video. This is a different video. This is actually taken from a live stream.
Mulakan permainanku, kau habiskan permainanmu.
Dude, if there's a small hold room, what the fuck was that?
Allahu Akbar! Astagfirullahaladzim! Allahu Akbar! Astagfirullahaladzim! Astagfirullahaladzim! Allahu Akbar!
This looks like the first place again. I think I'm getting a job over here. Oh my god, why is it moving up?
Sebab aku terang tau. Korang naikkan brightness korang.
Yeah. I wonder if those videos that were on the ground were from the grounds surrounding wherever this is. Yeah. I don't know, I think there's something weird going on with the audio here. I'm not looking. Can you tell her that was she finds it difficult enough to fucking sleep.
Apa tu? Dik.
Please don't peek around the corner.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
I will throw my phone at my own face, man. Stop it. Why is Apple trying to charge me 41 quid?
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Astaghfirullahaladzim.
Can't even hang around the door frame, mate. You got to stop that.
Ngecut na lang ni.
He's not chasing it though. I wonder if this is different people in the same building.
Allah Akbar. Buruk ni muka dia. Buruk ni muka dia. Siapa bawa dia? Ya kadang ya kadang jasad. Ya rijal. Astaghfirullahaladzim.
Pardon me, that was shit.
Muncul. Mana lagi? Adik. Selamat kepada Sulaiman tidak alamin sudah Sulaiman yang berjalan kepada Ibrahim. Wahai makhluk Allah yang berada di sini. Wahai makhluk Allah yang dijadikan daripada api. Ayo bermain denganku.
Lagi? Assalamualaikum. Berdiri kata dia.
Dengan jelas.
Ya Rajin, ya Rijal gaib.
So that didn't maybe tell me.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Katakan untuk diri kau.
Oh, it was, but it doesn't. It's just
Bermain denganku.
Malaysian ghost feeding. Definitely looks like the same building though.
Jagal panjang siu baik. Si gerbang rambut.
It's different people in it. I think the audio's just got a little bit confused. Sometimes happens when you've got multiple at the same place.
Assalamualaikum. Tujuan. Ayo.
Masih lagi ada yang minta.
I don't think that's a true infrared camera. I think it's a filler. They're looking through some sort of recording device on a recording device. Maybe it's infrared, do you know that? It's not true infrared though.
Aku belum habis, aku baru mula. Kau dah terbakar ke?
It's all of my favourite things, guys, all rolled up into one video.
Assalamualaikum. Kakia. Oh, Kakia.
All of my favourite things. Oh, we sees it. We sees it. You don't need to zoom in. We can see. Whoa. What's that? That's a felt. How is there fire? Why is there a fire? Why have they done a fire? That's like...
You nampak orang naikkan brightness korang. Kau naikkan brightness korang.
Horoscopes, what are they doing here? Do I need to not watch this bit? Are they doing some sort of summonation? Why does that look like a... Why does that look like an altar? With offerings? Why are they invoking certain things they shouldn't be?
Korang akan nampak ni.
See if someone peeks at that window.
Korang akan nampak ni.
You've definitely got a...
Dekat aku dah jelas. Orang yang kena naikkan brightness korang. Salamun kaulam min Rabbir Rahim.
Am I chipping balls? Did he just bark?
Orang akan nampak ni. Kan aku udah jelas. Orang yang kena naikkan brightness orang.
There's something weird going on with the sound. I don't know what it is. It's creeping me out.
Salamun qawlan min rabbir rahim. Salamun qawlan min rabbir rahim.
We're definitely not watching a video for this. This is not dubbed right. Summit's Summit's going a bit wonky here. It's like it's playing two videos.
Udah jelas.
Aku bersumpah dengan
Jelaskan apa yang kalian sampaikan kepada kami. Jelas.
Why are they messing with that?
bersumpah dengan kau itu dia pernah kejar tu. Saya ini apa tu macam ada orang yang tengah ketuk. Siti nak kuat ni. Nama perempuan tu kot.
It's two different names.
Siti Zahara. Nak kuat pun. Siti Zahara.
Let's come off this. I don't like that. I don't like that they're playing with that. That's enough of this cheeky fucking scary shit. Let's watch this for a minute. Living needs to break from all the peeking around the corner.
And waiting 5 minutes before drinking it.
I need a break from all the peeking around the corner.
You kidding me right now?
In this scary video, a mother was simply heading down the hall to check if her daughter had cleaned her room. What started as a mundane routine quickly turned into something truly disturbing. Watch closely.
Guess who's moving? They are. Beat my box up. Rude. If you do, will you record it so we can have a giggle when you fall over? That was such an evil laugh. I'm not sorry.
As she approached, the bedroom door eerily opened and shut on its own, while an object behind it swayed back and forth in a single unnatural motion. Most people would have turned around and never looked back, but the mother, unaware that this could be paranormal activity, assumed her daughters were pulling a prank and decided to play along.
Right, well, there's only one kid in the bed, right? For 2, you would not leave your child in the room and fuck off, right? And for 3, what are your kids watching it making them like move doors and shit and try and freak you out?
However, when she stepped into the room, it became immediately clear. This wasn't a game. She wasn't being tricked by her kids. Something unseen was inside that room, and it had just made itself known. Tony Lowry, a mother of 5 living in New Jersey, was going through her usual Tuesday morning routine, getting the kids ready for school, when something horrifying broke the rhythm. Around 7 a.m., one of her sons came sprinting to her, visibly shaken. He claimed he had just heard a strange woman's voice coming from the downstairs closet. At first, Tony thought it was just one of the
Is
kids
it always
playing
the
a prank.
closets?
Her
Always the
daughters were still in
closets.
bed, and the house should have been empty besides her and the boys.
Always
But her
fucking
son's
closets.
fear was real, and that's when she decided to review the home's security footage. What she saw on the recording was enough to make her freeze. Watch this. A ghostly voice can be heard whispering from the footage. How did you find me? The audio alone was enough to make anyone's blood run cold. Now filled with dread, Tony armed herself with a hammer and searched every corner of the house, convinced an intruder must be hiding somewhere. But no one was there. No signs of forced entry. Nothing that could explain the terrifying voice they captured. As the story spread, concerned viewers reached out, asking for an update on the haunting. Days later, Tony uploaded another video, and it wasn't reassuring. Her son, once carefree, was now terrified of even going near the downstairs area. He refuses to go alone, not even if his brother is with him. The experience had clearly left emotional scars. Now the big question looms. Should the family consider moving out of the house entirely? Or is this just a passing episode in what may be a deeply haunted home? Whatever it is, one thing is certain. Something unexplainable happened that morning, and it has changed their lives.
It's not a young
Share
kid
your
either,
thoughts
is
in
he?
the comments.
Like,
A man decided to head into the wilderness for a solo camping trip. Sometime
right,
after nightfall,
somebody posted a video on TikTok that I scrolled by yesterday, right, where they're solo camping, and it's a UK location, and for like an hour and a half you could hear something snapping twigs and shit in the wood behind him, and he had his little doggy with him, and then something comes over the top of the tent and pushes the tent down to touch his head, which at that point he runs. Why do people go camping by themselves? Why would you go camping by yourself in the middle of nowhere? Why do people do that? Like, are you crazy? No, like, go camping. Camping's cool, but don't go by yourself solo camping. It never ends well. It never ends well. I've never seen a solo camping video that hasn't ended in some sort of fucking, like, we don't know what owns this land. We don't know what walked this land before. Like, we know nothing. We know so little about, like, spiritual and spooky shit, and so let's just go solo camping in the woods, which is probably one of the weirdest places to go.
Echoing just outside his tent. The strange noises didn't let up, growing more persistent by the minute. Gripping his phone, he unzipped the tent and cautiously stepped into the darkness to investigate. At first, everything looked quiet, until he heard a sound coming from directly above. What he saw next made his heart nearly stop. High up in the trees,
Oh hell no!
eyes stared down at him.
That's a motherfucking person. That is a human fucking face. In the fucking trees. Look at that. Like, the distance between the eyes are too far away for it to be human. It's got weird fucking...
But once the footage is brightened and enhanced, something far more disturbing comes into view. A pale, humanoid face watching him in silence.
Oh, we don't need you to brighten up. We can fucking see, mate.
The man swears it couldn't have been a person. There was no way anyone could physically get to where it was.
It's not an animal. There's no animal that looks like that.
It made low, twisted noises unlike anything human or animal. Sounds that chilled into the bone. So, what
Is that another
exactly
one there?
was lurking in the treetops that night? A paranormal entity? A creature of the woods? Let me know what you think in the comments. During
It's
what
not
was supposed to be
blinking.
a fun sleepover between two couples, an unsettling feeling began to creep in. It felt as though an unseen presence had entered the house, something neither invited nor explainable. As the eerie atmosphere grew heavier, strange noises echoed through the home, growing louder with every passing minute.
Yeah, but these people are going and they're doing it and they're not protected. They don't have
All their
any
husbands try to
clue
keep calm and brush it off.
where they're going. They
But the
don't
tension
check
in the air
history.
was
They don't check
undeniable.
like
The loud
local
bangs
knowledge. They
didn't
do
stop.
none of this.
One of the men, feeling that something sinister was building up, pulled out his phone to capture whatever was happening while they waited for the police to arrive. What the camera caught when the officers finally showed up is truly disturbing.
This to me screams skit. This to me screams skit. Do you see how he turned on that? What? I don't
The
know.
bizarre paranormal activity didn't let up. Whatever force was haunting the home continued to throw objects and cause chaos throughout the apartment. The couples, once skeptics, could hardly believe what they were witnessing.
I'm trying to see if I
They
can
never
see a
experienced
badge
anything like this, which is why they
on
turned to
these
the police in the
coppers,
first
but I
place.
can't. They've just got
But instead
vests
of
on.
calming down, the haunting only intensified. It was as if the spirit, or possibly something more demonic, wanted to make its presence unmistakable.
Yeah, it does.
So what
But they've got
exactly
no badges. They've got nothing on their sleeves. There's
happened at
nothing
home?
to.
Did they unknowingly provoke a restless spirit? Or was this just a terrifying case of unexplained supernatural energy?
Like, there's nothing. They would have there would be some sort of badge. They're depending on where they are. They would have
Either
like
way,
a
this
shield.
incident remains a haunting mystery with no clear answers. This unsettling video was posted by social
That
media.
definitely looks like it's scripted. They look like fucking costumes that you can buy online.
The user named Mia. During the summer of 2024, she began experiencing strange and
Yeah, but it's not. It's coppers that they've called out for what reason. It didn't actually say why they called the police out. They got the police to come and check the house, but they're in the same room the whole time. It definitely looks scripted. This is what annoys me most about these compilation videos. See these little inserts that they put in of like AI generated fucking hauntings, or this chick standing in a hallway, like that guy that in the forest. The AI imagery that they put in totally discredits anything that we're about to watch because it could be AI. This is what pisses me the fuck off. No paranormal video makers, no paranormal investigators should be using AI videos or images to make videos with. It totally discredits anything that you're about to post. Because if you've got the knowledge to be able to speak to AI to get it to generate something that looks realistic like this bit does, stop doing it. You're destroying the paranormal fucking investigation community.
explained activity throughout her home. She reported hearing eerie sounds.
See, look, that's
through the
AI.
night,
Like, just show us the
including
fucking
lights.
video that
The
you're
police
explaining. We
were
don't
sort
need
of
all
on and
this.
off without anyone touching them. At first, Mia didn't think much of it. She uploaded clips of these creepy occurrences to her account. Joke.
I get so fucking frustrated with stupid shit like this. Just show us the fucking videos. We don't need all this shit in between.
That she was living in a haunted house. But her playful attitude changed.
We don't need it!
After her baby monitor captured something absolutely terrifying that still haunts her to this day.
Your kid's sleeping with its eyes open, man. Robin used to do it. Kaylee does it.
The footage shows her son peacefully resting in bed, except his eyes appear to glow unnaturally in the darkness.
Your kid is
When
sleeping
Mia goes to
with...
check on
Oh,
him,
in fact, Robin used to sleep with one eye open.
Undisturbed.
Just one.
By morning, the boy behaves like nothing strange ever happened. But Mia
That's all that
deeply
is.
disturbed,
Yeah, it's creepy as
unable to
fuck,
shake
but
the
it's...
image. To her, the only explanation is that whatever paranormal entity is haunting the home has now turned its attention to
No,
her child.
it's really not.
Terrified,
It's...
she posted the video hoping
I
someone
get
would
that
get
you want to
insight.
fill your video out
But
to
the
make it
flood
31
of
minutes, but we really don't need it to be
intensified
31
the
minutes.
fear.
We just want to see the
Many
footage that you're
suggested
trying to
his
show
son
us.
may be under some kind of spiritual possession, or that a ghost
Talk
is
less.
using him as a vessel. No matter the truth, viewers agree. This haunting moment is one of the creepiest things captured on a baby monitor. What do
It's
you
creepy,
think?
but it's explainable
Leave your thoughts
because
in the
that's what
comments.
happens when you sleep. Sometimes you sleep like this. We just don't know because we're sleeping.
A group of
Kids are really
middle-aged men
prone
were
to it.
gathered around the dining table, casually chatting about business, when something deeply unsettling unfolded, leaving them more shaken than they ever expected. They had come together to celebrate a big milestone. One of the men had just hit $3,000 in monthly income from his very first
It's
business.
not needed though, and it sets that line for if these creators can utilize AI for fill screens, they can utilize AI for anything else. It totally debunks anything that I hate it. I mean, it's not so bad in a video of a compilation like this. It still winds me up, but when it's a paranormal investigation and they're using AI generated videos to fill in whilst they're discussing where they are, it just, like, stop it. Fucking stop it.
Business, a goal they had all once dreamed of reaching. Their evening was filled with good food, laughter, and shared memories of chasing success. But in the middle of this joyful gathering, something unexpected happened. An event so strange, it still haunts them to this day. Watch closely.
Well, he shit himself. He actually shit himself. That was a genuine fear response. That was not fake. Whatever he saw, he saw. Like when we're talking about genuine fear responses being a big tell in these videos, that was a genuine fear
Without
response.
warning, a decorative vase flew off the counter and crashed to the floor, shattering loudly. The loud scream that followed came from the man whose business they were celebrating. For a moment, it seemed like the perfect night had taken a disturbing turn. Most of the group tried to laugh it off, blaming the vibrations from their movement around the room. They didn't want to believe anything paranormal was at play. But the man of the hour felt differently. He insists to this day that it was a spirit, some unseen force trying to send a message or make its presence known. Whether it was just a coincidence or a genuine haunting.
Yeah, cause dude, things just randomly fall off of fucking mantelpieces. Unless it's not sat on there properly, things don't just randomly fall. Like, it doesn't happen. They don't just randomly move themselves and fall off.
The moment changed how he viewed that night forever.
The Guardian reports that UK drivers could lose over £1 billion in compensation, not because they don't qualify.
Good for them.
Late one night, a young woman found herself alone in the house when she began to notice unsettling sounds echoing from another room. At first, she brushed it off.
Like, again, just show us the footage. We don't need all this shit in
But the
between.
noises didn't fade. They grew louder, more deliberate. With her
If you need to speak for longer than the clip is, pause the fucking clip, do your talking, and then play it.
heart racing and curiosity taking over, she picked up her phone and started walking cautiously down the hallway. That's when she captured this chilling moment.
Nope, nope, nope,
A disturbing,
nope,
ghostly
nope,
face suddenly
nope,
peeks from
nope,
behind a
nope,
doorway,
nope,
only to
nope,
vanish in an instant
nope,
as it
nope.
gets out of sight. The clip ends abruptly after the encounter, and here's where people start asking questions. If this was real paranormal activity, why stop filming at the most intense part? Why not keep recording after seeing
Jesus
something
Christ,
terrifying?
I haven't look at that shit.
Some viewers believe it was all carefully staged to go viral, but others think she may have genuinely caught a ghost on camera and was too shocked to continue
Fuck
filming.
right off, fuck off,
So,
fuck off.
What do you think?
Nope,
Was this a real haunted house
Nope.
encounter? Or just
Nope.
another hoax on
Nope.
the internet?
nope.
Drop your theories in the
You
comments.
can have nightmares about that shit. I'm done. I'm just holding my hand over this
Amy,
video.
a recent college graduate, found herself alone at home one afternoon when something unsettling began to unfold. It was around 2 p.m. and both
Again, going into the whole this cutscene bullshit. You're wasting most of your time making a video, searching or generating cutscenes when you could be putting that time into making more videos. No?
both of her roommates had stepped out to attend a university
Stop
lecture,
laughing, stop
leaving
laughing.
Amy to enjoy some rare peace and
But
quiet.
childhood trauma,
She decided
genuine
to take
fear.
advantage of the moment and relax
Genuine
with her favorite
fear.
TV show.
I
But it
can't
seems
with
something
shit looking around door frames.
or
I just
someone
can't.
in the house had other plans, and it wasn't interested in letting her enjoy the afternoon.
Can record its time.
But that's the thing though, things, unless they're sat really precariously on the edge of something, things don't generally tend to, especially a vase, it's heavy, it's not gonna move very easily with, you know, daily vibrations and you walking past, and it's not going to pick up those vibrations. It really isn't. It's not going to move. So for something to just randomly fall the fuck off, and if you watch the video properly, you'll notice that it doesn't fall like it's been pushed. It looks like it's been pulled from the top over. You know, things do not just fall, right? They do not just fall. I don't understand why. I was like Cameron, I was saying to Cameron earlier about the fact that we struggle to realistically believe that there is any other energies out there that we cannot see, right? Spiritual, whatever. We fail to believe that. Yet we're using Wi-Fi every day. We can't see that shit, but it's there. That's what I said to her. I was like, you know, we can't see that. But we know that it's there because my phone is connected to the Wi-Fi. What the fuck was that though? Does anybody else see that? Oh, it's my camera. Can't see that with the naked eye, but I can see it when I do it on there. Can't see it, but it's there. So I want to show you something. Right, I'm going to move the webcam. Right, so you all know I've got this bunny, right? You see that big bunny? You see that big bunny? There's Tato's toys. You see that big bunny? That big bunny likes to fall over. Swear that fucking thing fell over the other day. And it's weighted on the bottom. So it's a cuddle bunny, it's an anti-anxiety teddy. So it's weighted. All the weight's in the bottom. There's no way it would fall over from the top. But it did. I sat it on that toy box. I'm just like, okay, well I must have sat it squint. I know I didn't. I know I didn't. Because I'm one of these people that when I do shit like that, to avoid things falling over, I will make sure there's no way for them to fall over. No, him's not Thumper. Him's got a sore foot because I ran it over with the pram. But I'm one of those people that will make sure that if I set something somewhere, I mean, you've seen me do it with things on the radio. You'll see me do it with things on the radio, and I'll make sure there's no way for that to come off of there. It's just a habit that I have picked up over the years to avoid things falling for no reason. Things don't fall for no reason. That rune fell from nowhere yesterday. I have still got absolutely no fucking idea. Absolutely no fucking idea where that came from or how it got there. I was literally, you know, like a travel cot, you've got to pull the sides up and then collapse them to fold it. I was literally doing that. So even if it had been tucked inside the arm of that travel cot, I was pushing it down so it would have went inside. It wouldn't have fallen out. It fell from about my waist height from nowhere. There's no way it could have been in my clothes because I'd been out. I took Kaylee to the shop. We went to the shop, came back, and then Kaylee went home, and then I was folding away the travel cot. There's no way. I still cannot explain that. It's sealed in a bag inside another bag. And why that particular rune? It has no relevance to me whatsoever because I can't travel anywhere. I've got no travel plans. I have no thoughts about travelling anywhere. And it was the journey one. I don't get it. I do not get it. I cannot figure it out. And then the one that I dropped on the floor after that. I don't get it. I am actually going to be purchasing the Ring indoor security camera thing. So I've got the Ring doorbell and I've got the plan for the Ring doorbell. So it will work with that because you can have multiple devices connected to the same Ring subscription. So it'll save me from having to purchase another sub. So I'm going to buy that. It's only 40 quid. I'm going to buy that when I come off this live. And it's going up there because I am convinced that I need to put something in this living room. Something is in here. You guys have heard it. You have seen it. We've got random fucking noises. I've got light switches turning on and off at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and that time that light switch or the switch switched on or off, I don't know whether it's been switched on and off before that and I've just woke up when it was turned off, but that was around the time that Leah said that there was all that knocking. because it was after 3:30, and I went to sleep after my camera went off at 22 minutes past 3 because the milkman was up delivering milk, and it tripped the camera, and I thought it was an ambulance from next door, so I was spying on it, and I went to sleep just after that. So it was around about that time, and I went round the house yesterday. Actually, I went round the living room and I got Leah to listen upstairs, and I knocked the windows, I knocked the telly unit, I knocked the door, I knocked the front door, I knocked the glass panels in the front door, I knocked the window in the hall, I knocked the wall outside the living room in the hall, I did the switches. She can't hear the switches upstairs. I knocked the kitchen door. Nothing sounds like what she said she heard. So it wasn't the windows, so what the fuck was it knocking? She said she didn't recognise none of the sounds that I made were what she heard. So I don't know. They started up again. I think they used to just do like private people, you know, like posh people. And then around COVID time, they came around and they were like, look, we know what, we'll deliver it to your door, and then they started doing it again. But not very many people get it. Like, not very many people get it, but yeah, there is a milkman. He does like 2 days a week or something. It's another thing within here, right? I've got all these dangly things, right? You know, my wall's full of dangly things. They don't touch the wall. I've also got a wind chime on my window. Don't touch that either. Nah, they're plastic bottles, plastic cartons. You can get the glass bottles, but they're way expensive. I mean, the milk in the plastic cartons is way expensive. It's like double what it is in the shop. And I say that, it's like $2.50 in the shop, and it's like $3.50 for the cartons. So it's more expensive to get delivered. But yeah, there's a wind chime up there. They've never bothered with the wind chime. Never ever bothered with the wind chimes. But I've had things fall off of my personal stuff up there. We all know there's something in that corner, which they keep going in that corner. And I've looked in that corner, and there's nothing in there of any significance to me or anybody else that I would consider paranormal for it to want to play with. I cannot figure out the link down there other than the fact that it's my stuff and it's just messing. All the toys, all Tate's toys are turned off religiously when she's not here, because I'm not playing about with that shit. But yeah, they don't. And even when they're given permission to play, you've seen me give them permission to play, it plays with everything fucking else. Tell it it can touch a box, which shows that it's intelligent, because I always refer to my streaming shit as my box, my black box. And yet, out of all the boxes, it played with my black box and not the 2K. K2. 2K. The 2K. It's strange. Most of them most of them nowadays, I'm talking about nowadays, they all have shut off timers. So if they're left switched on for like half an hour and nobody touches them, they will automatically shut off. That's why it's push buttons as opposed to switches now. But back when Leah and Cameron and Robin were babies, they were switched. All the toys were switch buttons. So once they were on, if that makes sense. Just to save batteries. That most toys nowadays are battery saving. But I will take batteries out of toys that are switch. I just can't. I have so many experiences with toys going off that I have to take the batteries out. I just have to. I cannot fucking deal with that shit. I'm gonna have to delve. I'm going to have to deep dive. I'm going to have to do a bigger internet search and find some more of these videos. These videos have been good. We'll watch the rest of this before I jump off though. Can't I deal with it looking around the corner ghosts, man. They scare the living shit out of me.
Can you see that?
Peekaboo ghosts. Can I see what, mate?
That's...
So I'm going to take a stab in the dark here and suggest that if that is a unit, then there's somebody in there with a magnet. She doesn't seem scared enough for me.
Don't raise dragons right off
That would be
the bat.
absolutely terrifying if you were on your own.
At the start of the game, don't rush to raise.
Again, why are you running? Why would you run to? She fucking flew in there. Why would you run towards that shit?
The hell's that?
She's just put herself right in the place where it is. Okay, but there's definitely nobody in there. What's with the random Blair Witch ending?
Strange and unexplainable paranormal activity began.
Would you run
erupting
towards
in the
that shit?
kitchen. Curious and uneasy, Amy stepped in to check it out, only to find herself face to face with something far more disturbing.
If you knew that it was active, if you knew that this happened, yeah, you would capture the footage. But if it just randomly, sporadically starts biffing the fuck out, you are not going to fucking stand there. I don't care what anybody says, you are not going to stand there because your fight or flight kicks in. If it's a known haunting and you're expecting shit to happen, fair enough. But if it's a random sporadic, your fight or flight would kick in. You would run the fuck. Like, that's what our brains are designed to do. You can't explain it. You freak the fuck out. You're out of there. You're not going to run that fast towards it. Don't care what anybody says. You wouldn't. Or you would just stand there and be like, what the fuck is going on? You don't... I don't...
hand was hurled across the room with force, landing on the floor with a loud crash. There was no one else in the house and no lock.
I'm a wee bit skeptical about what this is. Did anybody see what that was when she was round the other side?
Moved. Whatever caused it wasn't visible, but it was undeniably there. Amy chose not to tell her roommates what happened, afraid they'd dismiss her story.
See, now that looks like a heck of a lot of cluster.
But the haunting moment still lingers in her memory, and she hasn't felt alone in that house ever since. This disturbing clip comes from a home surveillance camera set up in someone's bedroom. At first glance, everything looks completely normal. The individual
Nah, bro,
seems
'cause
to
what-
see
oh, I've
motionless
just full
under the
screened it.
covers. But just
Why are you
as
lying on your bed
something terrifying
randomly?
unfolds on screen.
Gave it away with a crackle.
While the person remains asleep, an unseen force seems to take hold of them, pulling them right out of the
Green
bed
screen.
and dragging them straight through the doorway and out of the room.
Right, you.
Can't be seen. Some viewers are convinced this is a genuine case of paranormal activity, possibly a violent spirit or poltergeist, with enough strength to physically move a grown adult. Others, however, are skeptical, calling it a clever
Her arm,
hoax
watch her arm
or
when she
heavily
first gets
edited
pulled off
to
the
believe
bed.
a violent spirit.
Watch her arm here. Why is her arm like that?
While the person remains
Watch
asleep,
this
an
arm.
unseen force seems to take hold of them, pulling them right out of the bed and dragging them straight through the doorway and out of the room. Whatever it was, can't be seen. Some viewers are convinced this is a genuine case of paranormal activity, possibly a violent spirit or poltergeist, with enough strength to physically move a grown adult. Others, however, are skeptical, calling it a clever hoax or a heavily edited video. But what do you
I don't know.
think? Could this be real ghost footage?
Yeah, like that. She doesn't even disturb the pillows. Like you would be grabbing on anything and everything you can. You would be able. She would have been able to grab that door frame. I do not understand why all of a sudden she's lost the power to grab shit with her hands. That door frame, she would have had that in her grasp. She almost did. You would wake the fuck up if something started dragging your ass off your bed. You would not be half asleep until you hit the floor. I don't give a shit.
Bitch.
Like, I'm one of those people that have to have their feet under the covers. So if anybody grabs my ankle, they're getting kung fu.
Caught on camera, or it's something else?
The land as well. The land's very. She lands on that ground very gently for something that's pulling her.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments down
Watch
below.
how she hits the ground. And then it's so dramatic.
Dave had a reputation for being a relentless.
Again, the energy that a spirit would have to manifest to be able to pull a full grown ass adult. Yeah, she would have you would grab everything, like you would grab everything. And again, she's in bed, shorts and, well, 3/4 length trousers and a t-shirt on, so it's not cold, it's not warm, with no duvet. There's not a duvet in sight.
Worker. For nearly 2 years,
I'm not
he
buying
spent
it.
most of his time tucked away in his basement, building a new business
Oh,
from the ground
good
up.
fucking
And it was
lord,
finally
that
starting
dog.
to pay off. He was beginning to make the kind of money he'd hoped for, rivaling what he would have earned in a traditional 9-to-5. But that's just background. One night, around 11 p.m., while working on some final design.
See, falling out of bed's totally different. There was no pulling on her clothing, so whatever grabbed her.
Design mock-ups, Dave suddenly heard odd noises echoing through the basement. It felt like he wasn't alone down there. At first he searched the space but found nothing out of place. Then, trusting his gut, he tried something different. He decided to speak out loud to whatever might be there. Here's what happened next.
No peekaboos. No peekaboos. Had enough peekaboos today.
Try something real quick.
Oh, not under the bed. What's with the random ass teddy on the floor?
Is there anyone here?
Yeah, that's fake. Fake as fuck. Fake as fuck.
Did the teddy bear just move?
What do you mean, did the teddy bear just move?
What's there?
It's dust, man. It's dust.
No. It just really.
Yeah, your teddy bear's been pulled by something, mate. It's tied to it. Fuck off with under the bed shit. Swear to God. That is a peekaboo ghost.
Was that you that moved that teddy bear? Can you move it again? Oh shit.
In response,
Why a
something
random
moved the
teddy bear though? I
across
don't
the
get
room,
that. Why a
and
random?
strange glowing orbs began appearing on camera.
They're not orbs, they're
Some of
dust.
them
That is
drifting
dust.
directly toward Dave. That was enough to rattle him. He quickly
Orbs
stepped
don't
away
move
to
like
a
that.
wider area of the basement, feeling unnerved and exposed. He finished up his work for the night.
The only thing that's making me maybe think is because he's a big burly ass man.
But the experience
But
left
then
him
again-
shaken. Since then, he's done everything possible to avoid
Teddy's
another
been
encounter
pulled
with the paranormal activity in that
at
haunted
the same
basement.
point every
On
time.
the night of October 18th, 2024,
You just
a
go straight into the
chilling
next
classroom
video, mate.
security video began circulating among students, sending waves of fear throughout the school. The footage was first uploaded by the class's own teacher, Mr. Simon, who stumbled upon something disturbing while reviewing surveillance clips from his lectures. He typically never checks the classroom cameras, but this time was different. One of his students had reported. Being bullied. Wanting to verify the claim, Mr. Simon opened the footage. But as he scrolled through the recording, a strange motion alert popped up, detected at 10 p.m. on October 17th. The school should have been completely empty by then. Expecting to catch sight of a janitor or an intruder, he reviewed the clip. What he saw next, however, shook him to his core and left him haunted. Here's what the camera revealed.
I think my laugh was scarier than the fake ghost in the door. Fuck off, you fuck.
At first glance, it's almost unnoticeable. But if you look closely during the camera's pan across the room, something faint materializes near the classroom entrance. A ghostly form, barely visible, seems to hover just within the frame. The motion sensor camera locks onto it, stops rotating.
It's an anime, look at the size of the bust on it. That's such an evil laugh,
And
but I
then
find someone really amusing.
The figure disappears into thin air. What Mr. Simon described as a translucent,
Actually got me
fog-like
crying.
entity had seemingly vanished. However, many viewers disagree with the
How to
idea
get your
that
kids in school to behave themselves.
the ghost is truly gone. Some believe the camera's continuous shifting is evidence of lingering paranormal activity.
I get that. I get it with there's a lot of haunted school. There's a lot of schools that are like haunted, right? I get that. It's a high energy environment full of preteens and teenagers. Why is that not charging? It's a high energy environment. I don't not believe that schools don't retain that energy and they aren't like a massive beacon almost. For spookiness, right? Do you want to charge? No, thank you. But that's ridiculous.
Supernatural force appeared, was
It's
so
back.
moving, only hidden from sight. Regardless of how visible the haunting may have been, Mr. Simon remains convinced that a real paranormal presence was captured.
Mr. Simon's taking
The classroom
computer
has never felt the
classes.
same since, and he often wonders, will that spectral figure return to be seen again? What kind of demonic or otherworldly
his-
spirit stepped into Mr. Simon's classroom that night? This creepy footage comes from TikTok user Arash Afnan. The incident
Amused.
was filmed 7 months ago and captured from the perspective of Arash's young son, Raj. According to Arash, Raj was often bullied at school for being overly gentle, especially because of a pink teddy bear he cherished deeply. He was so emotionally attached that losing it would often send him into fits of distress. One particular day, that very nightmare became reality. Raj realized the teddy was gone, and that's when the terrifying events began. As soon as Raj noticed the toy was missing, strange activity erupted throughout the house. Objects began violently shaking, as if some unseen force was lashing out. Clearly disturbed but determined, Raj checked under the sink and spotted his beloved teddy. But after shutting the cabinet and preparing to question his father about why it had been placed there, he reopened it, only to find the toy had mysteriously vanished again. The two searched every room to no avail, until Arash returned to the cabinet and to his shock, the teddy was back. But the horror didn't end there. Raj picked up the toy and quietly walked to the dining area. Instead of reacting with joy, he sat in silence, clinging tightly to it. Arash was unsettled. This was completely out of character. Raj usually...
Right, he's just watched like the whole unit shake. Yeah, why would you shut it back in the cupboard if he's looking for it? But where's the dad? The fact that the cupboard doors were shut before it started,
expressive and energetic, was now emotionless, his eyes barely blinking. For 5 long minutes, Arash tried to speak to him, but there was no response. Then,
I'm assuming that he's got some sort of autism.
suddenly, Raj snapped out of his trance and whispered something chilling. He didn't remember any of it. According to him, he had been possessed.
So the wee boy was filming when they were looking for the doll. The dad's now filming.
A mother shared a chilling story involving her.
I don't get that. Like, autistic children have a higher they're on another level to us. I think they see a lot more than we do, because their innocence cannot be influenced like non-neurodivergent children. But that's just weird. It just seemed like the cupboard door shutting is a good place for a cut, because it's so easy to set that back up or to keep it set in a way. Giving the phone to a kid as well, a kid's never going to hold the camera still. They have a higher, they're not easily, like when you go to school and stuff, you're taught about fucking this, that and the next thing. You get them social influences coming in, things like spiritualism, and you know, it's all knocked the fuck out of us. It's all knocked out of us. So for kids with like autism, it's so much harder to influence that and knock that out of them. I know a lot of people with kids with autism and neurodivergent traits that have experiences that totally surpass anything that I've heard come from a normal person's point of view. They can see so much more. Their innocence isn't snatched in the same way. I've just like knocked shit over.
Her young daughter Mabel. She explained that her own father had passed away back in 2002, and nothing out of the ordinary.
See like this. This kid is right on the borderline. Try to pause this video, but it's not pausing. This kid's right on the borderline of coming out of that very sensitive age. I would actually have said that she was past it, but it's like anywhere from the age of 3-4 they stop. Their mind's eye, as we call it, shuts.
Okay, who is it?
The baby looks younger there.
Cat food.
I wonder if it's like she's looking back on footage, because that baby looks younger in that video. That kid's not much older than Kaylee.
Is where? Show me.
See?
Oh. My dad is listening. It's going to be where it goes. Okay, show me.
The toddler pointed down the dim hallway and told her mother, in a soft voice, that her grandpa was standing right there. What left the mother stunned was that Mabel had never met her grandfather. She had no way of knowing what he looked like. Curious and a bit shaken, the mother showed her daughter an old photograph of her late father. And that's when things got even more bizarre.
See, the only problem with this kind of thing is, so we had an experience, I think I said last time we were on here, we had an experience like this with Robin and the old house we used to live in. The only problem is with kids, she might not have seen them, but I don't believe that this woman's not got pictures of her and her dad in her house. Do not believe that. Like, I'm not believing that at all. But another thing as well, kids that age will pick up on things that you're saying. If you're having a discussion about somebody, they're going to pick up on it. That's why, you know, like separated parents, parent alienation happens because one parent's discussing the other parent in front of the kids and negatively impacting them. That can happen with kids that age as well. More likely to believe that it's not but it can. So like even having a conversation in a different room, that kid can still hear that. It's still picking up on bits of that conversation. The only difference Robin was 18 months, so she must have been about 2.5 when she seen the hotel landlord. The only difference between Robin and this kid is we were totally unrelated to this guy. There were no pictures in the house. She described them. We found a picture and showed her it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, it looks like that. Yeah? But Mabel, what did your ghost do? What did you say he gave you?
See, there's a lot of lead in there. What did you say he gave you?
Yeah.
That to me is like the kid seen a picture and asked, "Who's that?" and she's went, "That's my daddy." Because she wouldn't call him daddy, she would call him papa or grandpa or something.
Questions that I got about Mabel seeing my father who passed away and telling me that he missed me. Question is, has she ever met him? No, she's never met him. I've shown her a picture of him. She recognized him. So she calls him Daddy Ghost.
As soon as she saw the image, Mabel lit up and called him Daddy Ghost, identifying him immediately as the spirit she'd been seeing in their home. Her mother was overwhelmed.
It seems a little
with fear.
bit too...
How could a child recognize someone she'd never met or seen before?
Do not believe that she doesn't have pictures of her dad in the house.
When asked what the ghost had done,
Or at her mum's house. I mean, unless she's non-contact with her mum. Like, I don't...
Mabel innocently replied, "He gave me a hug." But this encounter wasn't a one-time thing. The little girl claimed to have seen this ghost on several different nights.
What's the ghost? What are you talking about? The drop scared me. You weren't freaking out.
Why would it be in the closet?
What did you say? Well, where is it? In your closet?
Why would it be in the closet?
What does it look like?
A daddy ghost?
A daddy ghost?
No, Mom.
Oh, your daddy ghost? Is he nice?
Yes. He's my dad.
He's your friend?
In one particularly unsettling moment, Mabel saw the ghost again, this time standing inside her bedroom closet. She calmly told her mother that he was her friend. Many viewers and commenters warned that this might not be her grandfather's.
Yeah, that's another thing. Why is it in the closet? If it was her grandfather, why would it be in the closet? That's exactly what I was just going to say. That would be a red flag for me, because it's got no reason to be in the closet.
A darker, more malevolent entity imitating a loved one, a common tactic in demonic hauntings. Given how often this ghostly figure appears and how comfortable it seems in their home, the possibility of a more sinister force can't be ruled out. So, is Mabel truly seeing the spirit of her grandfather? Or is something else pretending to be him? On TikTok, a user named Lizzie, posting under the handle Planet Lizzie, shared a chilling video that quickly gained attention. She and a friend had been using the infamous Randonautica app when they encountered...
Did anybody ever play with Randonautica? Did anybody ever play with that when it came out? I've actually still got it on my phone. Do I still have it on my phone? I think it's probably uninstalled. So. Yeah, still got it on phone. Right, Randonautica was an app that I believe was created to try and prove that we were in a simulation. Basically, it worked off of your thoughts, unspoken thoughts and intentions, and you typed a prompt into the Randonautica app and it would give you GPS location that you would go to. So like, you would think of a dead animal or something prosperous in your head, so you wouldn't say it out loud, so there's no way that it's like the microphone picking up. I mean, like how an app is able to pick up the skeleton of a run over a roadkill. But we did it a couple of times, me and Robin, and it was creepy.
Something
Not
that
gonna
left them
lie.
speechless. For those unfamiliar, Randonautica is an app that generates random GPS coordinates based on an intention, leading users to explore mysterious or even paranormal locations. According
We
to
should
the
do
developers,
Randonautica one day.
the app is said to draw people toward areas with strange or unexplained energy. Lizzie and her friend were led to a
But the thing was as well, so we tested it out one day. So I had my intention and Robin had a completely different intention, and it led us nowhere. Neither of it. You have to, whoever you're doing it with has to have the same intention that you do. If their intention is not the same, it's so fucking weird. Like, if your intentions aren't the same, it leads you to nothing.
group of
How does that
rundown
work?
abandoned apartment buildings. But what happened next chilled them to the bone. Watch carefully.
I feel like this is a ritual. This is not a game.
They've changed it actually. They've changed it. So now you've got settings, you've got power anomaly, attractor anomaly, void anomaly, quantum and blind spot, or pseudo blind spot. So if I change, right, let's think of an intention. Let's play with this. I'm obviously not going to it right now because it's 1:20 in the morning. Give me a sec. Can go up with the one. Just in case. Right, let's think of an intention. Nothing spooky. Could be anything. I mean, like a type of rare fucking flower. We want to find something rare. Do we want to find something rare? Within 2 kilometers at 1.3. Let's set an intention. and we'll go for a quantum blind spot, which is a single random coordinate, or a pseudo blind spot, which is a single random coordinate. So they lie outside your the void is the emptiest area, attracted anomaly is the densest cluster, the power anomaly is an area outside. It's tens of thousands. Right, let's go. I'm going to screenshot that and I'm going to go here tomorrow. Right, and I want to do it on a pseudo quantum blind spot. See if it gives me the same location. We can do that, it's right over the road. Right, okay.
Despite the unnerving setting and bizarre atmosphere, both Lizzie and her friend managed to stay surprisingly calm. Instead of panicking, they reacted with a mix of curiosity and amazement at what they were hearing. Lizzie even remarked that the strange sounds echoing through the area reminded her of a creepy ritual. And honestly, that seems like a fair assumption. The chanting or rhythmic noises coming from inside the abandoned buildings were unsettling to say the least.
How did they know they're abandoned though?
No one really knows what was going on that day. It's all speculation. But one thing's for sure. If this was a real paranormal encounter, let's hope Lizzie and her friend think twice before ever opening Randonautica again.
Looney's just opened Randonautica. Yeah, give me a location just over there, like literally a 2-minute walk around the corner from my house. And also give me a location that's way up there, but the one way up there is actually my local health centre. What are we doing next week? Yeah, I'll not be able to do the one at the health centre because it's actually in the building, but the one that's over there is literally right over there. What are we doing next week? What have we got? I need to open up those. Alright, you meant to me, yeah. That's a scary thought, that is. Scary, scary. Wait, are we on the first Tuesday of the month next week? Right, well that totally scratches that, doesn't it? Next week is our first Witching Hour live. I am going to have that camera set up by then too. I'm gonna look for my Ladybird speaker for my ghost box. Let me just write some of this shit down. So I need a speaker. I'm squibbling. K2. Should we bring out the doll? I'll put a question mark next to that because I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be if we're going to be doing witching hour stuff. I'm not sure if I want the doll out. I'm going to buy some balls or a REM pod, REM bear thing. What else? Dowsing rods. Could maybe throw the runes about. We'll get the thermometer as well. Oh, the bunny's not on it. It was just something that it knocked. Try to think what else I'm gonna need. She is going in a salt circle though. If we are invoking and provoking, I'm not even invoking, we're not provoking, but if we're interacting, she's going in a salt circle. She's staying in that salt circle the whole night. Try to think what else. I'll see what the, because we're in a new moon and stuff, I'll see what the energy's like for the rest of this week. Saturday and Sunday I will be at Youth Beats, so it'll be a totally different stream if I'm streaming. At the weekend, depending on what the weather's like, as to whether I'll be singing on Saturday and Sunday, but I'll try and stream from Youth Beats. But we'll see what the rest of the week and Monday are like for activity, and then I'll decide whether the doll comes out, because we've just had a full moon, we're coming into a new moon, then we've got, see, it's the week after, so it's quite a big gap between the full moon and Tuesday next week. So the 9th we'll be doing tarot. Yeah, there's quite a big gap, so the energies, I mean, so we've got a week between the new moon and the full moon, so we're in between, which is probably safe, it's safe, oh, I better take him out the chili. He's been in the chili all day. Shit, I just got them. Damn it! Forgot about that. Let's burn his ass. Whoops. It's only supposed to leave him in there for an hour or two. It's been in there since fucking 6 o'clock. Oh no shit. Oh god, I pushed the stopper way too far in. Fuck. Dude, he's stuck in the jar. He's fucking stuck. Fucking hell. Here we go. Whew. No, like, it is literally just chili. Where's my lighter gone? And I've got a funnel, do you know, I used a bit of fucking paper earlier to tip the chili in, and I actually went and bought one of those wee travel sets of bottles for the funnel and totally forgot about it. There we go. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and the toilet. I must flush. I'm not sorry. This didn't even get a cleanse before he went in, so it was you know, interesting. Yeah, I did, but if you go into Tesco Escapes, up the bit with the sun cream and shit, they've got one of these. Not only do you get a cool little diggy bag, and you get some plastic bottles and some sticky labels, you also get little pots that you can put stuff in. But you get one of these, look. And mean, you might need to smoosh your chili up if it's like full big chili bits. But it only costs like £3 or something. What you get, stick on labels, you can cut them up. And you also get a wee like plastic Scoopy Doopy. So if you're making like, it'd be good if you're making lotions and shit too. In fact, are they wee squares? Well, they're actually already stripped. But yeah, it's quite good. Be good as well if you were out somewhere and you were like gathering fucking little things. No, it's quite good. It's quite good. Right, I need to go flush him. Tomorrow is Wacky Wednesday. I need to invest in a bigger one of these so I can keep this one for my burning of my sage and have the other one for undesirables. I'm going to go and just now, what's in my Amazon basket? Hang on. I've actually got my new book. I've got a UV flashlight and my camera thing to go up. Maybe I'll just buy a cheaper version of that camera and see what they're like, because there's some that you don't need subscriptions for. But I like the idea of the Ring doorbell camera. Fuck it, I'll just get the Ring doorbell camera. Yeah, I'll just get the Ring doorbell camera, fuck it. I'm just going to put stuff in the put your stuff there. Yeah. Wacky Wednesday tomorrow. We will have a sing song and whatnot. And then next week will be our first, which is our live. Shall I buy loads of pillar candles and make the room all spooky dooky? Actually, how much are scrying mirrors? Because I looked on here. I always said I would never do this. Yeah, you can pick up cheap ones. Right, I am going to jump off. I'm going to have a cup of tea. I'm going to feed the dogs because I didn't have time to do it earlier before I had to come on because I had to fucking sort out Streamlabs. See you guys tomorrow. Be good. Go to bed. Go to bed. Don't have too many nightmares. Don't have too many nightmares about freaky shit peeking round the door frames. It's just me. Just come to say hi.